precipitation has fallen this afternoon at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course, setting up a challenging, slick, and potentially treacherous course for GRIDLIFE Touring Cup. Over 30 drivers with varying levels of experience may have to set aside the lines that they've learned in practice. Every corner, unpredictable. Every braking zone, a shot in the dark. Every apex, a throw of the dice. Some drivers beg for the chance to do it, others pray the sunlight returns, but no matter the condition of the track, GRIDLIFE Touring Cup will take on Mid-Ohio. Welcome back to GRIDLIFE Live. My name is Kyle Heyer, joined by Nick Sarter. We've got pace lap underway already for race number 2. We set the grid earlier this afternoon in our top 10 shootout, Nick, so we're going to run down the order. Here we go. On the front row, the number 61, DJ Alessandrini, his first GRIDLIFE Touring Cup win this afternoon. We'll start right alongside the 82 of Eric Kutil.
Row number 2, we got Aaron Leichty, owner of the winning formula and creator of all these Miatas that are out here, and Pervez Randalia in 4th.
Row number 3, going to be the number 325 of Rob Manicheri, and Ryan Christoph, the number 46 CRX.
Row number 4, Emil Tab taking up 7th, and Scott Bowling in that odd one out Cayman in 8th.
Row number 5, Woody Hyman in the 802 won the practice race this morning. Tom O'Gorman starts 10th in the 94.
Eric Meadows in 11th, Justin Kelly in 12th.
In 13th place, Sally McNulty's number 780, up 5 spots in the race this morning. Jake Jornstad starts 14th, in the 23 car.
Jake Jornstad in 14th, Jeremy Boyson in 15th.
We're going to let the rest of the order, we're going to see them when we come back across the start-finish line here shortly. Remember, all GRIDLIFE Touring Cup races will start on the back straightaway here at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. Weather has been confusing today, to say the least, and I'm not really sure what we're going to have here, but it's dark on one side, light on the other. Who knows what we're going to get, Nick, but it's going to be fun.
There was a lot of talk in the paddock about who goes to what tires. There were some cars that were on jack stands ready to change to wets. Some cars had wets on one side, dries on the other, ready to change the other side. It's all unpredictable.
All right, field's going to roll on through. DJ Alessandrini has been so fast this weekend. The GRIDLIFE Touring Cup competitors, what are they driving? Well, it's pretty much anything you want within a time attack style rule set balanced by power to weight, so you get a big variety of cars. ABS, non-ABS, rear-wheel drive, front-wheel drive. We got inline 6s, we got V8s out there, 4 cylinders. Everything that you can think of is out there right now. But up front, a pair of Honda Civics, 20 years apart, very different in size, shape, and philosophy. But basically 2 grocery getter cars from Honda that have been turned into racing machines, and they're both very fast. Absolutely
right, Kyle. Those cars are incredibly quick, and I think they're ready to show the rest of the field and show those Miatas that have won so much what a Honda Civic really can do.
Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course, 2.26 miles, 13 turns. It's going to be about a 15-minute race. And this is our second of 4 races this weekend. Our first race earlier this afternoon, 3 drivers at the front were the standouts, and Alessandrini, Kutil, and Leichty are front 3 starters for this race. But Pervez Randalia had a great qualifying effort. He will start in 4th. Time to go racing at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. Thanks for joining us here on GRIDLIFE Live. My name is Kyle Heyer, joined by Nick Sarter, and you're watching GRIDLIFE Touring Cup. Double up and about, 15 rows deep. That's a whole lot of race cars about to thunder on down into turn number 4, which might be a little bit damp from the showers we just had about 20 minutes ago, and it's time to go racing. Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course, one of the most famous tracks in the country. It plays host to GLTC for the second time in its history. Waiting for the green flag to drop, and there it is. Green flag flies, and we're racing at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course in GRIDLIFE Touring Cup. The field thunders down to turn 4 and looking for every bit of grip they can find. 2 wide still. There's Pervez Randalia deep on the brakes on the outside. Going to try to tuck up right in behind Eric Kutil and get in underneath the 61 of Alessandrini. 3 wide behind them as they head down 5 and 6.
Kutil squeezing down the inside up into madness. See if he can make that stick. He does.
Wow, Kutil to the top spot as they head under the Honda bridge. 2 Civics leading, a Mazda Miata in 3rd. Pervez Randalia's FRS back in 4th. He was not able to grab 3rd spot away as they came on through. Still double wide behind him, the RSX Ben Dozman on the outside as they thunder into Thunder Valley. Race leader Eric Kutil trying to take advantage. His 92 Civic is a great-looking racing machine, but the winner of the weekend, Alessandrini's behind him. Look at Tom O'Gorman, big slide in front of Woody Hyman behind him. Rob Manicheri got stacked up there as well. So 3 cars almost colliding as they came through up into turn number 11. Kutil will lead lap number 1. Look at O'Gorman, the big jump over the curb. Slip and slide. Here comes Hyman to the outside. Going to try to cross him up as Rob Manicheri, and here comes Justin Kelly with a huge run as he drops a tire off in the dirt as they rumble down to turn 1.
Kyle, I'm not sure that wasn't a push by Woody with the With O'Gorman getting loose there.
Might have been a touch, but O'Gorman to the inside of Manicherry, now trying to defend that spot. Rob around the outside, maybe a touch on exit there as well. Here comes Kelly with a run down the back straight. Can he get up a run into turn 2 and maybe dive up the inside? Into the braking zone. Big dive now to try to defend that spot from the red and black FRS from the winning formula, or excuse me, not the winning formula. That's the Myriad Motorsports guys. Big slide on exit. Look at that. He's trying to get the power to the ground of the S2000 motor inside that car. And now it's S2000 versus S2000. You never know, though, because of the different bodies. And look right behind him. There's Eric Meadows tracking in behind O'Gorman. O'Gorman stays defensive on driver's right heading into turn 4. And we're just in the background.
Looking up the inside, it looks like
that's Emil Tab in the 14 that he was side by side with as they come through turn 6.
Meadows, big slide from Tab.
That was a huge moment there for Emil Tab. Now through 7, Kutil, Alessandrini, Leichty, Pervez Rendelia behind him. Look at them still side by side. Christoph and Emil Tab trading positions back and forth, inside, outside. I think Tab was the one that ended up winning that fight for now.
I think he is. Yeah, I think we got Christoph out front, I think, right now.
Couple side-by-side cars deeper in the field. There's the 23 of Scott Robertson that was door-to-door with, I think, the blue S2000 that's back there. They're having a scrapping fight. That'd be a little bit deeper in the field. We're looking at about 18th, 19th place right now for that. There's the 190 car and picking up the rest of the fight as they come up the hill. Now, lap number 2 completing here as Kutil stretching out a lead.
Yeah, we talk about variety here. They just showed that older Mercedes followed by a 95 Camaro V8. There's tons and tons of different cars out here. It's so wonderful that you can have any kind of car really and make it fit.
So Kutil leads. He's got about a 1 second gap over second place, but looking deeper in the field, Adam Jabay right behind the bright yellow Miata that's following Brad Adams and Andrew Work into turn 1.
Brad Adams looking at the inside of Andy, going into 1. See if we can pick up that race here.
And Brad Adams, this is his first race back this season. He has not raced a GLTC race yet now, but here he is, and he's having a scrap. And you see also right behind, that's Aaron Leichty sizing up Alessandrini for second place towards turn 4.
Yeah, Brad, one of the few drivers to not K-swap in a Honda. I think he went to just a larger B-Series engine.
And it looks like Professor Rendelia started to drop off this battle for second place, but look at Alessandrini slipping a little bit, and looked like he was going to dive up underneath, but you can't really make a pass down.
No, you can't. And here they come under the Honda bridge now.
You see Tom O'Gorman also fighting Eric Meadows in the background of all that shot, but now under the bridge, you see a Tab is settled out in front of Christoph. There is Tom O'Gorman still side by side with Meadows. He's through. Here comes, I think that's either Dozman or Boysen in the 99. I think it's Boysen.
Boysen, yep.
As he comes up over the crest following the yellow S2000. Pretty lonely out front. Kutil's got a lead going, but behind him it's a little bit of a hornet's nest. In behind Scott Bowling, Emil Tab has found him, and they're battling for 5th spot.
And Christoph's not far behind him either. That should be a good three-way battle.
And I think Bowling right now is holding him up. Here they go. Double wide into the final corner. Bowling holding up. Side by side again. Here comes Christoph.
Tab to the inside of Christoph.
Outside. Here they go. Drag race down the front.
Woody Hyman going to try to take the inside too, it looks like.
The 802 in behind.
What a wonderful race there.
Side by side into turn 1. Hyman on the inside, and so is Tab, and Christoph rim riding the outside lane. He's stuck behind. Big crossover.
He's pushing Bowling through.
Race up to turn 2. Are we 3 wide? I think
4 wide.
Oh, car off. That's Boysen. He's found the inside. I think he's got a tire down on that car. There is Justin Kelly on the outside of Christoph now as they come through turn 2. Look at that fight.
4 wide coming out of the keyhole.
There's about 5 or 6 cars all in this one group. Look at 2 wide, 3 deep as they head down the backstretch. 3 wide again. A Tab to the inside. Woody Hyman in the middle.
Getting swallowed up.
Into turn 4 now. Tab's through. And Scott Bowling getting swallowed up. Manicherry to the inside. Still 3 wide as they go to turn 5. No place for him to go. They tuck back in line. Manicherry around the outside. Hyman looking for a gap.
Hyman up to the inside now. Trying to push Bowling wide. See if you can make that stick under the Honda bridge.
Now side by side under the bridge, up the hill. Christoph watching all this out the windshield. Where do you go? There's too many cars out there, Nick. I don't know where you place that car, but not a whole lot of space next to anybody right now.
Yeah, Kelly trying to take advantage of Hyman going a little wide there under the Honda bridge. We'll see where that stacks up as they come out back on camera in Thunder Valley.
Yeah, Eric Kutil again. He's got the lead by a country mile right now. For a second, it's still a fight, but look at this, still side by side Bowling, and I think that's Hyman that are still scrapping for it. Justin Kelly and Ryan Christoph all in this group. Look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4 as they come out of that corner. That is 8th place that they're all fighting for right now. Eric Meadows dragging him in. He's reeling him in, going fishing for positions. Into turn 1, Hyman Big wiggle on the brakes, all out of control, getting down through the gears. And Bowling going to try to size him up, but Justin Kelly crossed him up on corner exit.
Christoph looking to the outside now, excuse me. Not close enough to make any sort of moves, but Bowling getting alongside Kelly there.
Yeah, Kelly's going to try to rim ride the turn 2 area here and see if he can run the long way around. But he's going to try to cover from Christoph as well, tuck right in behind and nose the tail. And that is 8th, 9th, and 10th all together. And now they brought in 11th place Eric Meadows. 4-way fight for 9th place now.
Meadows looking to the outside of Christoph. See if he can make that stick down the long straight. I think he's got the power to be able to do it.
That's another one of those 2.5 swaps that Luke McGrew has, and they are rocket ships in a straight line. So
Absolutely.
we know that car is going to be fast in the braking zone. He's through.
Oh, he's already
Christoph.
through.
And look at Rob Manicheri. He's caught his teammate Emil Tab. That's a battle for 5th happening right up the road. But everywhere. Oh, Bowling. He's got a big issue. He's off the racetrack in turn number 5. He went wide. I don't know if it was a lockup or a tire failure, but he's off. Looks like he's returned to the surface. So
looks like just an off. I think hopefully no troubles there. O'Gorman not far back, going to try and take advantage of that.
Yeah, 12th place for O'Gorman, not going the right direction. But up front, Eric Kutil continues to try to drive away from the field. It's a 2.1 second gap, and Alessandrini's got his hands full with Aaron Leichty as they come on through. 7 minutes in, we're about halfway through this race. And don't look too far back because Pervez Randelia is closing, but look at Tab and Manicheri, the 2 teammates from Winning Formula. They're sizing each other up towards turn 1.
Yeah, Pervez just trying to bide his time, hopefully make one of the guys in front of him makes a mistake and he can get up into that third podium spot.
Eric Meadows has Ryan Christoph to deal with. Meadows drove right by him on the straights. I'm not convinced that Christoph's car isn't the better one through the corners, though. And down the front straightaway, Bill Griffin's got Sally McNulty and Tiffany Kelly in behind him. But for second, look at Aaron Leichty right in behind. That Civic looks enormous compared to the MX-5 that Leichty's
looks like
piloting.
we're looking at an M8 GTE meme.
It's honestly enormous, but the draft doesn't seem to be super effective right now. He's not able to reel in that Civic in a straight line, which is strange because the power is really one of the strongest aspects of that car. And so second looks to be sorted for now. Still some really good battles happening throughout the field. Bill Griffin up to 13th. He's having a great fight in the blue number 46. He's got Jake Jornstad in front of him, Sally McNulty in behind. And look at this, for second, there goes Leichty through. Well done pass. That was a textbook maneuver there. So he's through. And now the question is, can Leichty run down Kutil in about 5 or 6 minutes? That's a tall task. It's about two and a half seconds, but if anybody can do it, it's going to be the Leichty car, 190.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Kyle. I think if anybody can, it's going to be Kyle. We'll see where they come across. Eric coming into the carousel now. That looks to be a bigger gap than 2 seconds, Kyle. I think that's about 3 seconds now.
We'll see what it is when they come across the line, but Randelia is starting to reel in DJ. So across the line, Kutil just ran his best lap of the day. And how about the weekend? 1:35.660. Leichty a little bit slower, so that gap is 3.5 seconds now as they come across. Looking deeper in the field for some other battles going on track. Kelly's through Hyman, so that's Kelly, Hyman, Eric Meadows, and Ryan Christoph. That is 7th through 10th. And then another group, there's Tom O'Gorman. Oh, big slide for Jake Jornstad out of turn 13. He's got Bill Griffin behind him. Going to tuck up the inside down the front straight. Here's a pass for position. And Sally McNulty, Tiffany Kelly joining the fight.
It looks like Manicheri's still hot on Tab's heels for that 5th place spot.
Yeah, those teammates, they'll play nicely together. I'm curious about Bill Griffin, though, in the middle of that fiasco with Jornstad and Sally McNulty. That is going to get pretty wild, especially with Tiffany Kelly closing in and Jeremy Boysen not too far back as well. There's your race leader. And then 2nd place, 3rd place, 4th place, back to 5th. Emil Tab and Rob Manicheri, you mentioned it, as they came across the line, separated by only a couple tenths of a second. They remain that way as they pass under the bridge.
Look at the gap that Leichty has built up on Alessandrini and how close Pervez has gotten to Alessandrini. I think Alessandrini's car has just fallen off. The pace is not holding up.
Woody Hyman just slid right in front of Eric Meadows through turns 5 and 6. Now they've gotten themselves sorted back out, but that was a little tight. Look at Hyman still driving the wheels off that car. Currently sitting in 8th place, but Meadows wants that spot. It looks like more than Hyman wants.
I'm just wondering what happened to Christoph. He was so far up there, and he's fallen so far back into 10th place.
And they come on through the start-finish line, and Randelia's getting through some lap traffic, but looking behind them, Tab over the bumps in turn 13. Manicheri following. 3 car lengths between them. Justin Kelly, Woody Hyman, Eric Meadows. Ryan Christoph trying to reel them back in, but the other fight that we're keeping an eye on is the one behind Tom O'Gorman. He's all by his lonesome, back in about 12th or 13th or 11th spot, make that. But behind him, look at this. There's a big group of cars. Bill Griffin, Jeremy Boysen, Sally McNulty, Jake Jorenstad. There's Ben Dozman in there, Tiffany Kelly, 5, 6, 7 cars, and Boysen up the inside for turn number 1.
Wow, what an exciting race there, all the way back in the field. Many battles, not just up front, but all the way through the field. Everybody fighting tooth and nail for position.
Yeah, Boysen is through. That will move him up into 12th spot and move Bill Griffin back to 13th. Side by side, McNulty on driver's left of Griffin into the braking zone for 2. She's through. Move Sally McNulty up to 13th place. Great move there. Jorenstad defending from Tiffany Kelly as they head through Keyhole and now onto the back straightaway.
Great battles here, even for 21st. We got James Berlin, Adam Jabay, and Brad Kosaiba all right there, just within tenths of each other.
And here comes Ben Dozman to driver's left of Bill Griffin. Griffin seems like he's slowed down. I'm not sure if he's got an issue with that car, but it seems like it's a little off pace this lap. He's lost 3 positions in just half a lap. And so it looks like Scott Bowling had a tire jump up off the rim. That's why we saw him off track in turn number 5. Jorenstad and Tiffany Kelly continue their fight. That would be for about 16th place. So great fights through the depth of this field here as we return to Thunder Valley. Or actually, we're over in the S's here for this back group.
Second place driver, second and third now working their way through lap traffic. Pervez trying to hope to use it to his advantage, but not working as well as he'd like.
Yeah, I was a little surprised to see Pervez Rendelia not jump a little bit higher up in the order early on in the race. I thought he'd be able to sneak up the inside in 5, but maybe was being a little bit cautious, and it might have cost him some spots, but he's still got the race car underneath him, so he continues to run in 4th, but he's got a little bit of work to do. We're about 13 minutes into this race. White flag is out for the race leader, so this will be the final time around as Boysen continues to chase Tom O'Gorman. He's coming for Tomo. He's going to catch him this lap at this pace.
He is, yeah.
Here comes Tiffany Kelly up the
a big smoke on the front straight from that S2000.
Yeah, it could be engine on Jake Jorenstad's car, and he's trailing smoke on the front straightaway, and still don't know if there's oil leaking from that car, but big. That's a yellow MX5. I don't know
West Penn, I believe, that's off in the outside of 1. So trouble all over the track.
I'm glad you knew who was in that car because I didn't. So West Penn, so he's off, and that might have been a result of, was he behind or in front of Jorenstad? I think he was behind him. So I'm not sure if there's oil to be dealing with here, but this will be our last lap. So will the race leaders have to deal with anything left previously in the lap? Looks like Adam Jabay is going to jump off. He might have an issue in that car. But where is Eric Kutil in the 82 Honda Civic?
He is 5.1 seconds ahead of second place Aaron Leichty. That is an incredible lead.
Out. 9th win of Eric Kutil's GRIDLIFE Touring Cup race victory for Eric Kutil. His 9th win in his career. So he comes across the line, takes the victory. Aaron Leichty in 2nd place. DJ Alessandrini in 3rd. Podium for him. 4th place, Pervez Rendelia. 5th place, Winning Formula Brothers. 14, Emil Tab, and 325, Rob Manicherry.
Race is still continuing to happen.
And there's Justin Kelly working his way through some lap traffic. Woody Hyman, Eric Meadows, Ryan Kristoff separated, but there are still fighting going on behind them. A little bit deeper in the grid. Where is Bill Griffin? Where's McNulty? That whole group was fighting for so long. Look at Tomo trying to hold off Jeremy Boysen as they come through the last corner. Tomo going defensive on the front straight. Drag race to the checkers. Side by side, Tomo will grab that spot. Here's some more fights. McNulty, Dozman, and Bill Griffin all nose to tail as they came across the line. Great finish there.
Griffin dove to the inside going into the carousel, and I thought he was going to have that pass, but McNulty, I think, was able to keep it stuck.
Brad Adams comes on through to finish the race. So does the 213 to Scott Robertson. Whew, deep breath. We did it. Andrew Work coming on through, but that was a wild race.
What a wild race. Action everywhere.
I would say definitely action mid-pack. Up front, though, Kutil dominated that.
Yeah, that's an impressive drive, and he deserves that win.
Still a couple crossovers going on a little bit deeper in the grid here. But as they come across, we'll read you your finishing order. The top for his 9th career win, Eric Kutil in the 82, Aaron Leichty in the 190, DJ Alessandrini in the 61, he's 3rd, Pervez Rendelia in 4th, Emil Tab 5th, Rob Manicherry in 6th, Justin Kelly, Woody Hyman, Eric Meadows, and Ryan Kristoff running out your top 10. Tom O'Gorman 11th, Jeremy Boysen 12th. McNulty, Dozman, Griffin, Kelly, that's Tiffany Kelly, Brad Adams, Scott Robertson, Andrew Work, and James Berlin, your top 20. Brad Kosaiba, Justin Lee, McDaniels, Sherrill in the 198, and Justin Deffenbaugh running out the rest of your field. Jake Jorenstad, 26th with a big boom.
That was a lot. I'm really kind of surprised to not see oil up here up front in front of us.
Yeah, again, every time you see smoke, you just have to assume that, especially after Gingerman Raceway a few weeks ago. We had an engine expire, a whole bunch of cars go off because of that. So you always have to be careful. But for Eric Kutil, on his way to 10 victories in GLTC, we know he's successful, but his first win of the weekend here in Ohio.
He was fast with that car last year, and even faster with all the offseason work he's done this year. It definitely shows that he's put a lot of time and effort into that car.
And they're going to head down the pit lane. There's Jorgenstad. He's pulled off. And if I had to guess, that's after the exit of Turn 1 on one of those access roads, one of those alternate layouts.
Yeah, it looks like that's right in between the chicane, or on the chicane,
yeah, there
excuse
it is.
me.
Yeah, there's another shot that's showing where he is in relation to the rest of the track. But they'll get him towed back out, and we'll see what happens.
But how about that lack of rain, Kyle? We thought all day that it was going to rain forever and ever, and just nothing for this last race.
Yeah, and I think we were expecting it to kind of pop up shower like it did in Time Attack. It just never happened, but I'm sure the drivers were happy.
Absolutely.
But again, I think there was a lot of really good, solid battles, and we saw some really good, clean, fun racing. That's what GridLife Touring Cup is all about.
It sure is.
So schedule for tomorrow. We're going to wrap things up here shortly. Tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock Eastern, GridLife Touring Cup race number 3 will be gridded by the fastest lap from this race. Time Attack Heat 6, 10:20. Right after that, GridLife Touring Cup Race 4 at 11:30. Slip Angle Live at noon. 1 o'clock Eastern. Time Attack Heat 7. Post-race at 2. And we'll wrap things up by 2:30 Eastern tomorrow afternoon. And we'll move on to Colorado in a couple weeks. Pikes Peak International Raceway. And we want to thank our partners. GridLife Live is brought to you by Falcon Tires, by FCP Euro, by 104 Performance, and by ST Suspensions. Thanks to those partners for coming on board and bringing GridLife Live to you at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. Well, there's Jake Jorgenstad, all by himself.
Just waiting for a flat toe in.
This is a lonely feeling.
Yes, it is.
He found a really good place to get off.
He did, yeah.
But he's all by himself and hopping up on the truck. I think that's a good place to end today, though, Nick. So again, 10 o'clock tomorrow is GridLife Touring Cup race number 3. We'll see you then. Again, my name's Kyle Heyer, joined by Nick Starter. Thanks so much for watching GridLife Live. 10 o'clock tomorrow on GridLife's Facebook and YouTube. That's where you can find it for free. And thanks to our great partners. Thanks so much, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock Eastern, for GridLife Touring Cup race number 3. Thanks so much.